Perfect. Okay. Thank you. Again, my name is Nicole Nadine. I'm the program manager at SOTA, Student Organ Donation Advocates, and I want to welcome and thank you all for joining us to celebrate the accomplishments of Alexandra Caldwell, Lovejoy Dadulo Richards, Kyla Duke, Ethan Harvey, Jerome Whitaker, and Whitney Willis. Alex, Lovejoy, Kyla, Ethan, Jerome, and Whitney are recipients of the HBCU Organ and Tissue Donation Advocacy Scholarship. This scholarship is presented by SOTA in partnership with Hearts for Emma, Hearts for Us, the Laura Miller Memorial Fund, Ritchie Spirit Foundation, and the Why Not Foundation. We are also proud to recognize Alex, Lovejoy, Kyla, Ethan, Jerome, and Whitney in their interest in organ and tissue donation advocacy. Celebrating students at historically Black colleges and universities who are passionate about making a difference and encouraging their peers and their families register as organ and tissue donors is important to all of us because of the gap between the number of African Americans on the transplant waiting list and the number of organ and tissue donors who are African American. We are trying to close that gap by inspiring and supporting student-led organ and tissue donation advocacy on high school and college campuses. That's our mission at SOTA, and I'd like to welcome Sarah Miller, SOTA's president and founder, to tell you a little bit more about our organization.
Thanks, Nicole. Hi, everybody. I'm Sarah, and I'm the president and founder of SOTA. It's so exciting to be here with all of you and to see the passion and talent that's in this room, this virtual room. So first of all, I want to congratulate the winners of our scholarship. Having the chance to read through the applications was really exciting. The fact that we get to recognize all of your interests and accomplishments in advocating for organ donation is a gift, and we're so excited that you guys are here with us today. I wanted to give you a little bit of background about SOTA and why we got started. I became passionate about organ donation through a personal connection, like many of you. When I was just 12 years old, my older sister, Laura, who was 14 at the time, suddenly became sick with headaches. And over the course of just a few days, she went from what we thought was just headaches to being declared brain dead from a very cancerous and aggressive brain tumor. And during this horrible time, my family was asked if my sister would be an organ donor. And I convinced my parents, who are on the line with us today, I convinced them that Laura would want to do this, that this was an amazing way for her to save a life. And as we coped with the loss of my sister, organ donation became a really important piece of our ability to heal. I like to tell people that organ donation is not only a gift to the recipient, it's also a gift to the donor family. And it's truly been a gift to our family as we recovered from this horrible loss. So I wanted to share the importance of organ donation and my personal connection with my peers. So when I went to college, it felt only natural to me to advocate for organ donation. I got involved when I was in college and started the first ever chapter of SOTA, Student Organ Donation Advocates. And we quickly learned that students love learning about organ donation. And we're all here today because we believe that students have the power to reduce the organ shortage. And that's exactly what we saw in that first chapter. And so it became our mission to find more passionate students across the country who could share their passion with others. We could really give these passionate students a platform to make a difference. And that's exactly what we've done for the past 7 years, is help students, just like many of you on the line today, get involved and share your passion with others. So that's a little bit about us. Like I mentioned, like Nicole mentioned, the scholarship wouldn't be possible without our incredible partners. So I want to give a very special thanks to Hearts for Us, Hearts for Emma, Ritchie Spirit Foundation, the Laura Miller Memorial Fund, and our new partner is the Why Not Foundation. This work is truly elevated by you guys being part of it, and we're so grateful to have you here. And then lastly, in addition to congratulating the scholarship winners, I'd like to give a very special thanks to Nicole for making this all possible. Your hard work behind the scenes to bring this scholarship and program to life is really inspiring, and we're grateful to have you here.
Thank you, Sarah. I really appreciate it. As we have prepared to support student organ donation advocates at HBCUs, we have also worked with Stephanie Jackson. Stephanie is a longtime organ donation advocate and our diversity, equity, inclusion consultant. I also just wanted to thank her very much. I don't think she's on.
I'm here, Nicole.
Oh, perfect. Oh, I see you, Stephanie. Okay, I'm going to turn the stage over to you, Stephanie, to say a little bit about our work together.
Okay, amazing. So glad to be with you guys tonight. The SOTA organization reached out to me, I think it was April of this year. They were very serious about diversity and inclusion inside of their organization. And they realized that maybe they needed to bring someone else in to get a different set of eyes. And so I've been working really hard with their organization to help diversify their language, their Instagram and social media pages, as well as to assist with the outreach to some of the HBCUs. And so I'm so glad to have been a part of this process. And am a longtime organ and tissue donation advocate. I believe in it, and I believe that there is a lot of work that we can do in communities of color to help increase awareness and education. And so again, I've worked with them in that space. And I think that moving forward, they have a really robust program that they are setting up to serve everyone's needs, starting tonight with the gifting of these scholarships. So again, I'm so proud to have been part of the process and to be here this evening. And congratulations in advance to the recipients.
Thank you, Stephanie, for sharing more and all your support with our HBCU outreach. This would not be possible without you. In addition to Stephanie, we have relied heavily on our partners for support, like Sarah said. SOTA will be forever grateful for Hearts for Emma, Hearts for Russ, the Laura Miller Memorial Fund, Richie Spirit Foundation, and the Why Not Foundation. Thank you so much. While the Why Not Foundation are our newest HBCU outreach partners, we are so lucky to partner with them. The team members at Why Not are experts in motivational speaking and youth outreach who provide invaluable guidance to our HBCU outreach. And I'm happy to turn the stage over to Edward Drake II, their founder and CEO, so he can share more about the importance of advocating for organ and tissue donation.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nicole. And it's truly an honor to be amongst you all today. I first want to thank both you, Nicole, and Sarah, and your entire organization for all the remarkable work that you're doing in the community. I've been a huge admirer of your work for years, so it's an honor for the time to finally have come around for us to be able to work together, and we appreciate you all bringing us in. Is this the part where I just talk about the PowerPoint or not yet? Sorry.
Yes, you should be able to see the PowerPoint now, so go ahead.
All right, awesome. Well, I'll be brief, but a little bit about my story. And first I want to congratulate the scholarship award winners as well. It's a remarkable what you all have accomplished and will accomplish, and thank you so much for your dedication and hard work to the organ transplant community, and continue to strive for greatness. And a little bit briefly about myself and why you all should continue to do the amazing work that SOTA is doing is I was a student athlete when I got sick doing a routine physical with kidney failure. I was up at Eastern Michigan University, as I say, living my dream of becoming the first college graduate in my family, and hopefully and playing sports, and hopefully having an opportunity to go to the pros. And just doing a routine physical during my sophomore year of college, the doctors were alarmed by my blood pressure reading, which at the time was like 248 over 119. And I was seeing a pediatrician at the time, and I just remember I was flattered. They said, "You've been working out. Let's switch you to an adult cuff." So they had to go find an adult cuff, and I felt honored because like the blood pressure was so high, and I thought my arm was too big for the cuff. But then they went and got another cuff, and the same blood pressure reading, if not higher, came about. And I just remember being rushed to the hospital and them sticking tubes in me everywhere. And, and as I say, my life was just in up in the air. I didn't know what was going on. And then I just remember the doctor coming in and telling me that my kidneys had failed. And being young and naive at the time, I heard about my kidneys. I knew I had kidneys, but I didn't even know what they were, what they did. And it really didn't hit me the significance of what was going on in my body until I asked them, will I be okay for the upcoming school year and the upcoming season? And they told me that I would have to move home which is every child who went off to college nightmare. I got to move home and go back with my mom, which I worked so hard 12 plus years to get away from. I love her, but I worked so hard to get away from. So, and then I would have to start dialysis the next day, which I did for 3 years prior to a stranger who when X said yes to becoming an organ and tissue donor, which is why this is important. But in the midst of that process of saying why me, why now, I just started, like, I had a revelation, why not me? I started like going to give back to the various children's hospitals, and I started working on my campus. I stayed in school while I was on dialysis. I started utilizing my influence that I had and my platform to try to make a difference. You know, I thought my world had ended until I started going to the children's hospitals and seeing it was younger kids in need of livers and kidneys. And while I was complaining about not being able to continue to live on campus or whatnot, it was kids in the hospital that were fighting for their lives and that weren't able to go to school regularly and didn't know what it felt like to ride a bike and little things like that. So like my outlook changed, and as I say, once my attitude changed about my situation, so did my outlook in life, and I just wanted to do more, which is why I started the organization, what we've done, and started to raise awareness. And you can move on to the next slide. And like I said, I kind of was given, my life was given a new meaning. And like I said, briefly, I'll talk about my life on dialysis. It was dreadful, but once again, while I was on dialysis, I was also on campus. What better way to to spread awareness than me to be amongst my fellow college students, but also I'm going to class, but I also going to dialysis to let them know it's real. And I look just like them, I didn't look sick. A lot of people think an illness has a face to it. An illness has like a frail face. No, I mean, it can happen to anyone. And that was the most important word. Like, that was the most important message that I was able to get out. Why not you? It happened to me. Why not you? I would ask while I was on campus and we was hosting fun events, like, why not party for a cause? Being so young at the time, 20, 21 years old, we still added our own cool, uplifting spice. Why not party for a cause? Or why not, why not go, why not, we threw everything to a cause. Why not anything for a cause? Play football for a cause or something like that, So it was great. It was fun because we were bringing together all these different groups and everyone was still having a good time, but we just threw raising organ and tissue donation awareness on it, and it was a win-win situation. So, we got different groups involved at that time I went to Ohio State. I left Eastern Michigan, then I went up to Ohio State where I had some friends attending. So I went to the local school and did work both at the local college and on Ohio State campus. And that's kind of how, like I said, I got my footing and started doing the type of work that SOTA is doing by being on that campus. You can go to the next slide, please. Yeah, start doing that type of work that we were doing on campus, from just fun, very fun, engaging activities. And why is it important to advocate for donation? First and foremost, 108,000 people and counting are awaiting a life-saving transplant. So it's important to give them the data, give them the facts, but also to, give them a personal connection. Most people think, oh, it can't happen to them. Why not you? Seriously, like, as I say, why not you? I never thought it would happen to me. It didn't run in my family. Like I said, I was in tip-top shape, still in tip-top shape, and it happened to me. So like I said, why not you? And I hope it never, as I tell people who go through it or who kind of push me away when I tried to encourage them back then, like, don't think it can't happen to you. You're looking at me and say, okay, maybe I did something wrong, which I didn't, but I was just at a children's hospital earlier that day, and there's tons of kids in there waiting for hearts and livers and kidneys and so on and so forth, So it's happening. All you got to do is go to the local hospital, as I would tell them. So basically give them facts and also give them like a personal connection. And like, another person is added to the waiting list every 10 minutes. 20 people die each day because of the shortage of organs. And it could be anybody, family member at any given time. So basically definitely keep that personal connection to it. And you can go to the next slide, please. And just the tips I have for the amazing groups on the college campuses is just host fun and exciting outings, especially like in college. Like I said, I didn't know what I was doing back then. Like I said, I was naturally a fun, outgoing person, but you can engage more people by making it fun, especially at that age. Making it fun and then sprinkling, as I call it, we're sprinkling some information, we're sprinkling some facts, we're sprinkling some, we're sprinkling, showing some scars or something like that. You can't, we want them to be educated, but we want them to have fun doing so, So hopefully they'll be engaged. And you also have to keep a personal connection to it from time to time, because most people at times, we feel invincible to anything that really hasn't impacted us, like oftentimes, should I say. So we got to let them know that, keep them informed that this can happen to you. This issue is serious, it's serious. You can touch someone. You may not know no one in your inner circle, but once again, go up to the local street, go up to the local store, and someone, family members fighting for their lives. So, if you're not doing it for yourself, do it for someone else who may be impacted in the future. So that, and also just try to engage various groups, as I mentioned earlier, into your efforts. The more, the merrier, the more people you can touch, the better. And most importantly, just have fun. It's, you're impacting lives. You're in college, you're impacting lives, you're making a difference. And just know that, what you're doing is going for a greater cause, a greater meaning. And like I said, if you don't believe it, like I said, just go up to the local hospital, go to the local children's hospital, and someone like myself who had a transplant is appreciative for those and for each of you who are advocating. So that's all I have for you today. Like I said, continue to keep up the great work, and thank you so much for this opportunity, and why not continue to impact lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Edward, for your partnership and inspiring us to share the importance of organ and tissue donation. I will now be introducing each of our scholarship recipients and allowing them to share a part of the essay they submitted with their application. These essays inspired our scholarship selection committee, so I'm so excited for you all to experience them as well. First up is Alexandra Caldwell. Alex is a student at North Carolina A&T State University, and I welcome her to share her essay now.
Hi, my name is Alexandra Caldwell. I am a senior biology student at North Carolina A&T State University. First, I would like to say thank you so much to the Soda Foundation for selecting me as one of the HBCU Organ and Tissue Donation Advocacy Scholarship recipients. And I'll read my essay. My family means the world to me, but no one compares to my dad. He was my best friend, mentor, and father all in one. A father picks you up when you fall, protects you, supports you, and is always there for you. My dad was all of those things, and my entire world was complete until that dreadful day on September 10th, 2014. My entire life as I knew it came to a screeching halt. My hero, the first man I ever loved, passed away. I was engulfed by an array of emotions. His death was the hardest thing I've ever had to experience. Continuing on with my life, knowing that my best friend would not be here to experience it with me. My father always had high expectations for me. He's the reason I was inspired to take biomedical technology my freshman year of high school. Although I resisted, he pushed me to enroll. I learned about the process of organ donation, the tedious, painful process patients endured while waiting to receive a transplant, a process that would ultimately fail in saving his life. I asked my father one day after school if he was an organ donor. He jokingly responded no, because I want the doctors to do everything they can to save me and not give my organs to someone else. I explained to him the importance of organ donation and how immoral and unethical it would be to give up on one patient to save another. I don't think that would have been his response if he knew known 6 months later that his life would be dependent upon a liver from a transplant list. Unfortunately, he did not receive an organ, mainly because other potential donors shared my father's same logic. Going through this extremely painful experience has made me realize how increasingly short life can be. I also know that I must start making a difference in others' lives now. In memory of my father, my twin sister and I started the Lights Up Foundation my junior year of high school. Together, we educated the community on the importance of organ donation and caring for those in need. Our mission is to encourage everyone to become organ donors. We also orchestrated support groups and informational meetings for patients and their family about the ups and downs of being on the transplant list. Going through my experience in developing the Lights Up Foundation, I have met many families who have either gone through or are currently experiencing the same situation as my own family. The people I have met and the benefits of the foundation are all confirmation that this work is necessary and beneficial to my community. I am encouraged and hopeful that the Lights Up Foundation will continue to have a tremendous impact on others around me, thus decreasing the amount of deaths due to the lack of organ donors. The goals and aspirations I have set for myself are grounded and rooted in the foundation my father established for me many years ago. I pledge to use all the wonderful traits and characteristics he instilled in me and to always give back to those in need. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations, Alex. Lovejoy Dadulo Richards, student at the University of the Virgin Islands, was not able to join us tonight, but she created a special video for us that I will play now.
Hi, my name is Lovejoy Dadulo Richards, and I am one of the recipients of the HBCU Organ and Tissue Donation Advocacy Scholarship Award. I want to thank Nicole Nidia for starting this amazing group to bring out awareness of the importance of organ and tissue donation. I also want to congratulate the other recipients of this scholarship award. I am passionate about organ and tissue donation because I have witnessed the positive impact on a patient's life and to their loved ones. Ever since I've been working as a dialysis nurse, I've witnessed how life-changing organ and tissue donation is. Living on St. Thomas, Virgin Islands, it has been a challenge for my patients who are wanting a second chance of living a normal life. We do not have organ and tissue donating establishments. Therefore, we rely on our neighbor island, Puerto Rico. Although our patients are on a transplant list from different US-based institutions such as Emory, they are often overlooked or passed over because of where they reside. It takes efficient planning of logistics to transport the patient to the institution where they are signed up for kidney donation. I remember when the 2 Category 5 hurricanes, Irma and Maria, that devastated our islands, our dialysis patients were transported to the US mainland. Although devastating, 2 of our patients received kidney transplants in a few months where they were located. Now they're living normal lives and contributing to society. One main way of advocating for organ tissue donation is to start the conversation. I am an organ donor because I have seen how it changes a person's life and to their loved ones.
Congratulations, Lovejoy. I would like now to recognize Kyla Duke. Kyla is a student at Howard University. Kyla, please take the stage.
Hi, I just want to thank you guys so much for awarding all of us with this scholarship. It means a lot to us. And yeah, so let me read my scholarship. Let me read my essays. In the summer of 2018, things took a turn for the worse for my family when my uncle, who I knew to be battling alcoholism for many years, was diagnosed with chronic kidney disease. Having seen the devastation that my uncle's addiction had brought on my family over the years, this was just another blow that added to an unimaginable amount of stress to my entire family. My grandparents and parents were forced to deal with the challenges of accepting the additional impact of his undesirable habits, understanding this new disease, and identifying the best course of treatment for him. My family lives on the Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, a developing nation in the Caribbean. While my family resides on the island of Trinidad, my uncle and his family live in Tobago, the Caribbean Sea separating my family from his. This is a barrier that caused this addiction to run rampant for years, resulting in my uncle losing his job, which in turn caused depression and economic ruin. This new addition to our family challenges felt like more than we can handle. Over the next year, we accompanied my now sober uncle to his dialysis treatments, a commitment that resulted in a great deal of stress on each member of my family financially and emotionally. It was at this point that the doctors advised it was best for him to get a kidney transplant and referred us to the National Organ Transplant Unit, a division of our Ministry of Health. While the unit has an objective of matching available organs to potential recipients, we soon learned that the program only covers kidneys and cornea transplants, and both were a very complicated process. We then learned that this program was only initiated in January of 2006 and had done a mere 80 kidney transplants by then, and recommended that kidney transplants can be best expedited if the recipient identified their own donor. Upon further investigation, we discovered how uncommon organ transplants are, and that information about organ transplants and donation were not readily available in Trinidad and Tobago. What was more hurtful to us was meeting other families who had been battling this disease for many years with no local or regional options available, despite kidneys being the most widely transplanted organs worldwide. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations, Kyla. Ethan Harvey, student at Bluefield State College, was also not able to attend tonight. Here is his message.
Hello, my name is Ethan Harvey. I'm honored to be a recipient of this award. Here's an excerpt of my essay that I submitted. Organ and tissue donation is not something that I've thought about or considered for the majority of my life. It isn't discussed in schools or in extracurricular activities. There's very little, if any, education on this important subject within the realm of education itself, which appears to be somewhat ironic. Although education on organ and tissue donation happens to be limited, it is not non-existent. During my junior year of high school, I lost a good friend to a brain aneurysm. He was an individual who could put a smile on anyone's face. After he passed, he continued to touch many lives. Before his time came, he chose to be an organ and tissue donor. This is especially special because he was an extremely healthy person. He played football, soccer, and basketball. He lifted weights and worked out daily. When making arrangements for his funeral and all of the difficult decisions that came with a loved one's death, his parents decided to honor his wishes to donate his organs and tissue. Due to this noble decision on his part and difficult decision on his parents' part, many more lives were saved due to transplants. When all of the students at our high school learned of this, many of us decided to do something about it. We all decided to officially become organ and tissue donors because of the impact our dear friend had on us and the fact that we had never really considered it before due to a lack of education on the subject. This quickly spread to our whole community. People everywhere started deciding to become organ and tissue donors because of this young man's story and the realization that donating can make a life-saving difference in the lives of multiple other people. I would like to say thank you again to this organization and that I hope to expand my advocacy here on campus at Bluefield State College, and I look forward to working in this advocacy group further. Thank you.
Congratulations, Ethan. Jerome Whitaker, a student at Albany State University, had his first day of class today and was unable to attend our ceremony tonight, but his mom, Mia, is here to share a few words with us.
Hello, everyone, and thank you on behalf of Jerome Whitaker for giving him this scholarship. We really appreciate it. I will say that I am an organ donor, so I was really excited that he did apply for the scholarship and he is interested in learning more about organ donation. I will read an excerpt from Jerome's essay. I've been blessed to not have any family members that have needed an organ donation. While that hasn't impacted my family directly, I do understand the importance of giving someone a second chance at life and support efforts to promote organ donorship. There are so many people that are born with diseases and never had a chance to live a healthy life. I think sharing information on how important organ donation is will help our society. We take a lot for granted, being able to walk, talk, and live healthy lives each day. It's important as a young adult to learn more about organ donations and the benefits to the lives of others that this can bring. My aunt has a heart condition, and luckily she's never needed a transplant, but if she did, I would want her to be able to benefit from an organ donation so that she can continue to be a great mom for her children and watch them grow. This is just one example of how I can see the importance of organ donation. As a young adult, I think it's important for me to educate myself on what organ donations really means, and the scholarship has encouraged me to learn more about it and share with my family and friends. I think having programs and information available will help people better understand what it is, the value, and how it helps. The way that I will promote organ and tissue donations on my campus is by sharing as much information on the topic and making sure that I'm promoting it with college essays and sharing it on campus with friends in any chance that I can. I am also going to continue to learn more about the importance of organ donations and continue to share what I've learned with friends and family. Thank you again for the wonderful opportunity, and thank you all for giving us the support.
Thank you, Mia, and congratulations, Jerome. Last but not least is Whitney Willis. Whitney attends North Carolina A&T State University. Whitney, feel free to share part of your essay now. Whitney, are you there? We must have lost Whitney, but if she comes back, we'll feel free to welcome her. But congratulations, Whitney, and a big congratulations to all of our scholarship recipients again. This concludes our HBCU Organ and Tissue Donation Advocacy Scholarship Award ceremony. Thank you all for joining us tonight, and I want to thank our HBCU outreach partners as well. Hearts for Emma, Hearts for Russ, the Laura Miller Memorial Fund, Richie Spirit Foundation, and Why Not Foundation. Thank you to Edward Drake from the Why Not Foundation for speaking tonight, and thank you to Stephanie Jackson for speaking tonight as well, and all of your support. Good night, everybody.